today's chasm of discord and misunderstanding between the Middle East and the West, and certainly between their peoples and faiths, I think our day calls for a whole new kind of movement, one that builds on what we hold in common. We've discovered that the arts can actually be one of the most profound and effective ways to do that. It all started for me when I was living in Cairo, Egypt. I was there for 10 years with the Episcopal Church as a mission partner. I was serving as the rector of the historic International Episcopal Church there. And the church had a long history in interfaith dialogue. Right now, we're actually at Christ Church Cathedral here in Cincinnati, a historic cathedral. And this exhibition, titled I Am, features 31 premier Middle Eastern women artists from 12 different countries, from Morocco all the way over to the United Arab Emirates. This is a celebration of the unique role of Middle Eastern women in our global quest altogether for peace and harmony. And it's focused on changing stereotypes that the West often has of the Middle East through the lens of Middle Eastern women.
From my perspective, I believe that as we go through life, we don't necessarily know who we are. We explore that throughout life, and if we're fortunate, eventually we will grasp some of them, but we do find out what we are not. So this work is actually called I Am Not, and I approach it's an auto-portrait that I have enveloped myself in woven newspaper. And I'm play in this sense, these sort of the dichotomy, this binary of being the photographer and the photographed, the observer and the observed, the victim and the culprit. And I address this notion of how the media, and also how paper, how sort of history, even the social media, creates these categorizations of how we are seen to people and how we see others. And so this essentially just kind of creates these woven, shredded pieces of news that don't even really tell a full story, essentially.
I think in what we do, using art for interfaith bridge building purposes, that the Episcopal Church specifically is uniquely poised to actually address this. The Episcopal Church, with its embrace of the other, and it's definitely known for that, its love for the aesthetic, it's this perfect platform. And also, we're one of the few churches in the country that have these beautiful buildings that cater to the arts. And now we're just trying to use the art in a peace-building, more humanitarian way.